There's not a lot to tell, actually. I grew up in a small town, 20 miles from Seattle. Nice place to live, but I knew I had to get out of there somehow. We didn't have a lot of money. My father used to work two, three jobs at a time just to put food on the table. He used to, you know, come home from one job, change, eat dinner, and then go to the next job. It was tough. As a kid, not able to see your father when you wanted to, but I understood why he was doing it, and I totally appreciated every second that we spent together. My mother was a daughter of a preacher, and she lived her life by the book. Some of it rubbed off on me, but some of it, filled me with angst, and I started to rebel. Uh, you know, but it wasn't really until my mum died. It wasn't until my mum died that I realized she wasn't preaching at me. Uh, she she was just looking out for me, and not a second or a day goes by where I don't sit and wish that I would have or should have done it differently. Seen things from her perspective, but such is life. And it's the rebellion towards my mother that made me who I am, and I couldn't be happier, from where I've come from. And my mom always wanted to make a difference to people's lives, and she did that, and that's what rubbed off on me, and that's why I decided I wanted to become a teacher. I just thought that if I could change or inspire one mind, one child, then I would have done my mum proud. She died a week before I met Jesse, and he came into my life at exactly the right time for me. I remember as if it was yesterday. I was standing in the rain, and he just opened up his umbrella and made small talk to make me, feel better. And it sounds so trivial, but such a small thing like opening an umbrella could make such a change in somebody's day, of their life. But that's what happened, and I really needed it that day. And I knew from that moment that we'd be together. I think some things you just know. And our first date, he called me up to go to dinner, and I couldn't make it. I explained I was working late all week, but I could get out for a lunch, and he seemed really hesitant to do that. He said that he wasn't sure if he could get out of work to get to the lunch, and lunch dates never go that well. He learned that from you, apparently. And so he said he would work around my schedule and wait, and till we could both have dinner together. So a week later, after a lot more talking, we went out, and you know, he was dressed to the nines, which went down well with me. And you know, God, man, I've never been out with someone where the conversation just flows like that. I mean, it was like two long lost friends that had seen each other in a bar and were catching up. But it felt better than that. I mean, I've never felt or seen or, you know, had any experience of connecting with someone on that level before. Never. And you know, he saw the glimmer in my eye, I guess, because I was just in awe of how well it was going. And then he took me home, and I invited him inside, and he just then got insanely nervous, and he said that he would have to decline my offer, and I didn't understand at the time why or what was going on, but I said okay, and I respected it. But we talked on the phone every night after that, you know, unless we were together. And I just used to love spending time with Jesse. I used to love doing the things with him, made me happy, and I just fell in love with him so easily. And it felt like that was where I was supposed to be. Like I was at home. You know, my mother always used to say that love will come running to you unexpectedly. And that's exactly what happened with Jesse and I. And I knew we'd be together. And I will never regret how things went with us.